We will begin talking about the different parts of the larynx by starting with the hyoid bone. So this is a much larger than life-size larynx. The hyoid bone is not really considered part of the larynx, but it's very closely associated with the larynx because the larynx kind of hangs down from it. All right, so here's the hyoid bone. It's shaped kind of like a U when you're looking at it from above. And the median ridge is kind of a line right down here. You see there's, I'll bring it a little closer. Here's the median ridge. It's a ridge going down this way. This is the median ridge. And this hyoid bone, again, there's a larynx, and on top is the hyoid bone. The median ridge would be kind of right down here where it's split in two. And in this larynx, the same thing. Here you can see a small larynx, and here's where the tongue and the jaw would go on top, and the hyoid bone would be kind of right between the tongue. So it's actually the root of the tongue, and it's kind of the top of the larynx. And right in the middle is the median ridge. All right, then we have so you have this U-shaped, and you can see you're gonna have a greater horn and a lesser horn. And the greater horn is this is considered the whole horn. Sometimes it's called cornu, greater cornu. And this little one is the lesser cornu, lesser horn. So there's a little point. On this larynx, you can see greater horn, greater cornu, lesser horn, lesser cornu. Okay. Then the transverse ridge, can't see it on this very well, but it's one that's going transversely. I don't really see it marked off on there, but on this one you can see it quite clearly. So there's kind of a line, a ridge that's running transversely. That is the transverse ridge going across the hyoid bone. The body, or the corpus, is this main center part, this big part before the lesser horn. So this is the corpus. Here we have, again, this is the corpus, this big front part. And in this model, you can see just this front part. That is the corpus. So that is the hyoid bone. All right, then we'll go to the thyroid cartilage. So on this larynx, the biggest cartilage of all the cartilages of the larynx is this big thyroid cartilage. Here's the thyroid cartilage. On this one, you can see here, again, it's shaped kind of like a big shield, the thyroid cartilage. And then on this one, you see again, here's the thyroid cartilage, has this particular shape. All right, we won't show everything on all three models, but hopefully you can see. Thyroid notch is right here, where you kind of feel your finger going right here. That's the thyroid notch. All right, and here you can see again thyroid notch. So this is the notch. The prominence, so this is good because it looks like it's almost the same thing, but the notch is like where you can stick your finger in. The prominence is the part that sticks out. So the part that sticks the most forward it's kind of right by where the notch is, but you consider it this point that's sticking forward. Same here, this is the thyroid prominence. It's what makes your Adam's apple. All right, and now we're gonna have, again, horns, but on the hyoid bone we had greater horn and lesser horn. On the thyroid cartilage, when you turn around to the back, you're going to have this horn up here, the superior horn and the inferior horn. All right, and there's one on each side. The inferior horn, again, it can be called the inferior cornu and the superior cornu. All right, on this structure you see the superior cornu and the inferior cornu. And here you see again superior horn, and the inferior is covered up. All right, then we have the oblique line, and that's only on this one right here. So here's the thyroid cartilage. This white line right here is the oblique line. On this side it would be right here, and it's kind of in most models, there actually isn't anything there, but here you can see it's kind of a ridge. It's going to be a point of attachment for a lot of muscles. Then the trapezial cartilage. So this cartilage is right above, if you go, here's the superior horn. This is going to be a ligament. This kind of white space is a ligament, and this little green in here is the trapezial cartilage. That's a little separate piece of cartilage. It's on this side too. So here's the top of the superior horn. This is a ligament we're going to talk about later, and in here there's a little piece of cartilage. That's the trapezial cartilage. On this model, same thing. You can see here's the top of the superior horn, and then this is the little trapezial cartilage. It's on this side too, so it's a little drop of cartilage. And then the last thing is the angle of the thyroid. So this right angle is just like in the ribs when something's kind of going this way and it angles up. This is the angle. You call this whole point where it's kind of going one way and then it turns at an angle. So you would say this is the angle of the cartilage. You kind of say it's this line right in front. That's the angle of the thyroid cartilage. Same thing here. Here's the angle of the thyroid cartilage. Okay, and we'll stop there.